Blessings, yo. People really do want to mirror your reality, right? But the funny shit about the mirrors, yo, mirrors are like fun houses, right? They're fun house mirrors, yo. You will see what the fuck you really want to see because it's your dream, right? It's your mirror that you are really wanting to see yourself in, right? But when you stand in front of another's mirror, right, and it looks so fucking beautiful, it's something that you want. But the thing is this, parts of that mirror, it's kind of blurry. You can't see through all that shit like, you looking through your mirror, right? Because in mirrors where you can see like a lot of motherfucking images and shit is your own self-reflection, right? But some people, they take those reflections like pages, right? That's what the mirror is. When you're looking through when you're looking through a mirror, you're gonna see a whole bunch of images, right? All the way down, it's like digitized, right? Some people are taking those images, right? Those clips, those digitized pieces out the energy, right? In your energetic field, per se, right? In the atmosphere type of shit, right? Where people can think, dream, sleep in that shit, hunching that shit, and that fucking type shit, right? To manifest from, right? It's that energy of the want, the desire, it's the need to exchange. Sometimes that's with themselves, in front of a mirror, candle, whatever concentration and shit, or groups of people, right? That's when the orgies comes in and the swinging and shit like that. It's just the exchanges of bodily fluids in order to really just get shit going, right? In hopes that it takes your life type of shit, right? Like exchanges what you're doing, what you're going through, how you living and shit like that, how you feeling, the energy that you moving in, your dream world, your world. That's in your case, in your motherfucking mind, right? In your brain, in the crevices and the creases of in the four quadrants of your motherfucking brain, right and left hemisphere of your brain, where, in the middle is clarity. Motherfuckers want to fuss that up, right? Because theirs is fussed up. That's what they're seeing in their mirror, right? Everything that they want to see in your mirror, they want to reflect it onto them while projecting onto you what's going on with them, right? Their truth onto you. But the thing that they take from your mirror are pages, right? They're taking pages off of your mirror and hoping that those pages fit into their book. But it was already written, right? And most don't want to take that time to learn themselves, right? Those steps up their own ladder, which is your spinal cord, up into the stem of your brain to really relax the mind. That's controlling your own self, bless you. That's control of self, right? That's building self up step by step, right? That's those bricks from the rooter to the tutor type shit, right? From the root of you, the bottom of your spine, to the top of your head, right? Right here. Everything is steps, but some people want to take, the in between of the vertebrae. They just want to take the the film, the jelly that goes in between the bones, and hope that they solid. That's the thing. They taking the insides, the guts from what they seeing. Those are what they thinking is the pages, right? They taking the frame and hoping that the picture slips from inside, between the glass and shit, and it goes into them. In the freakiest of way, some people take that because, if you live it, you dream it, you think it, you move it, you talk it, and you speak it as if that is you. Everybody can sit there and dream and think and move as if they are the wealthiest motherfucking dress up and this and that. But at the end of the day, they be in loans and shit, credit debts and all that shit, right? And borrowing and stealing and thieving and scamming and scheming, right? To live that life. But to actually live that life, it takes steps to get there. But some people don't want to take those steps. That's why they sliding everywhere. Not knowing and understanding why they're not fucking solid because they taking the jelly, and hoping that it makes you slip. But take that jelly off, all you're going to do is feel pain because your bones is fucking rubbing on each other, but you can still keep moving, right? There's a lot of fucking things that you can do to juice yourself up to keep on moving, but you're going to still be in pain, but you're going to still keep moving. Motherfuckers that's moving around in a jelly-like substance that they took from you thinking that it's solid too, they wondering why they slipping and sliding, That's them tears that they shallow. They drowning in it. They don't understand why. They sit up there, piddle paddling around in their own motherfucking tears and trying to figure out why in the world they slipping and sliding their own ordeals. Meanwhile, yeah, it's painful, but you're still walking around in your bricks. Think about it, yo. And know the Most High got you. Have a good one. Bye.